Several calendar related functions. Leap/calendar.py. This module allows you to output calendars like the Unix cal program and provides additional useful functions related to the calendar. By default, these calendars have Monday as the first day of the week and Sunday as the last, the European convention. The use set first weekday to set the first day of the week to Sunday 6 or to any other weekday. Parameters that specify dates are given as integers. For related functionality, see also the date time and time modules. The functions and classes defined in this module use an idealized calendar. The current Gregorian calendar extended indefinitely in both directions. This matches the definition of the proleptic Gregorian calendar in Dershowitz and Reingold's book. Calendrical calculations when it is the base calendar for all computations. Zero and negative years are interpreted as prescribed by the ISO 8601 standard. Year 0 is 1 BC, year minus 1 is 2 BC, and so on. Class calendar.calendar first weekday is equal to 0 creates a calendar object. First weekday is an integer specifying the first day of the week. Monday is 0, the default. Sunday is 6. A calendar object provides several methods that can be used for preparing the calendar data for formatting. This class doesn't do any formatting itself. This is the job of subclasses. Calendar instances have the following methods. ITER weekdays. Return an iterator for the weekday numbers that will be used for 1 week. The first value from the iterator will be the same as the value of first weekday property. ITER month dates year month. Return an iterator for the month 1 to 11, 1 to 12 in the year. This iterator will return all days datetime.date objects for the month and all days before the start of the month or after the end of the month that are required to get a complete week. ITER month days year month. Return an iterator for the month in the year similar to ITER month date but not restricted by the datetime.date range. Days returned will simply be the day of the month for numbers. For the days outside of the specified month, the day number is 0. ITER iterator month days 2 year month. Return an iterator for the month in the year similar to ITER month dates but not restricted by the datetime.date range. Days returned will be tuples consisting of a day of the month number and a weekday number. ITER month day 3 year month. Return an iterator for the month in the year similar to ITER month dates but not restricted by the datetime.date range. Days returned will be tuples consisting of a year and a month, a day of the month numbers. ITER month days for year month. Return an iterator for the month in the year similar to ITER month dates but not restricted by the datetime.date range. Days returned will be tuples consisting of a year, a month, a day of the month, and a day of the week numbers. Month dates calendar. Year month. Return a list of weeks in the month of the year as full weeks. Weeks are list of 7 datetime.date objects. Month days to calendar. Year month. Return a list of the weeks in the month of the year as full weeks. Weeks are list of 7 tuples of the day numbers and weekday numbers. Month days calendar. Year month. Returns a list of weeks in the month of the year as full weeks. Weeks are list of 7 day numbers. Year dates calendar. Year width is equal to 3. Return the data for the specified year ready for formatting. The return value is a list of month rows. Each month row contains up to width months, defaulting to 3. Each month contains between 4 and 6 weeks and each week contains 1 to 7 days. Days are datetime.date objects. Year days to calendar. Year width is equal to 3. Return the data for the specified year ready for formatting, similar to year dates calendar. Entries in the week list are tuples of day numbers and weekday numbers. Day numbers outside this month are non-zero. Year days calendar. Year width is equal to 3. Return the data for the specified year ready for formatting, similar to year dates calendar. Entries in the week list are day numbers. Day numbers outside this month are 0. Class calendar.text calendar first weekday is equal to 0. This class can be used to generate plain text calendars. Text calendar instances have the following methods. For form add month, add the year, the month, w is equal to 0, l is equal to 0. Return a month's calendar in a multi-line string. If w is provided, the it specifies the width of the data columns which are centered. If L is given, it specifies the number of lines that each week will use. Depends on the first weekday as specified in the constructor or set by the set first weekday method. PR month, the year, the month, W is equal to 0, L is equal to 0. Print the month's calendar as returned by a format month. Format year, the year, W is equal to 2, L is equal to 1, C is equal to 6 and M is equal to 3. Return a M column calendar for an entire year as a multi-line string. Optional parameters W, L and C are for date column width, lines per week and number of spaces between month columns respectively. Depends on the first weekday as specified in the constructor or set by the set first weekday method. The earliest year for which a calendar can be generated is platform dependent. PR year, the year, W is equal to 2, L is equal to 1, C is equal to 6, M is equal to 3. Print the calendar for an entire year as written by format year. Class calendar.html calendar, first weekday is equal to 0. This class can be used to generate HTML calendars. HTML calendar instances have the following methods. Format month, the year, the month with year is equal to true. Return a month's calendar as an HTML table. If with year is true, the year will be included in the header, otherwise just the month name will be used. Format year, the year width is equal to 3. Return a year's calendar as an HTML table. Width defaulting to 3 specifies the number of months per row. Format year page. The year width is equal to 3, CSS is equal to calendar.css, encoding is equal to run. Return a year's calendar as a complete HTML page. With defaulting to 3 specifies the number of months per row. CSS is the name for the cascading style sheet to be used. None can be passed if no style sheet should be used. Encoding specifies the encoding to be used for the output, defaulting to the system default encoding. Format month name, the year, the month with year is equal to true. Return a month name as an HTML table row. If with year is true, the year will be included in the row, otherwise just the month name will be used. HTML calendar has the following attributes. You can override to customize the CSS classes used by the calendar. CSS classes, a list of CSS classes used for each day. The default class list is CSS classes is equal to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. More styles can be added for each day. CSS classes, month, text bold, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, red. Note that the length of this list must be 7 items. CSS class underscore node. The CSS class for weekday occurring in the previous or coming month. CSS classes underscore weekday underscore head. A list of CSS classes used for weekday names in the header row. The default is the same as CSS classes. CSS class underscore month underscore head. The month's head class CSS class used by format month name. The default value is month. CSS class underscore month. The CSS class for the whole month table used by format month. The default value is month. CSS class underscore year. The CSS class for the whole year's table of tables used by format year. The default value is year. CSS class underscore year underscore head. The CSS class for the table head for the whole year used by format year. The default value is year. Note that although the naming of for the above described class attributes is singular, CSS class underscore month, CSS class underscore node, one can replace the single CSS class with a space separated list of CSS classes. For example, text bold, text red. Here is an example how HTML calendar can be customized. Class custom HTML calendar calendar.html calendar CSS classes is equal to style plus text node for style in calendar.html calendar.css classes. CSS month head is equal to this. CSS class underscore month is equal to this. CSS class underscore year is equal to this. Class calendar dot local text calendar first weekday is equal to 0, local is equal to none. This subclass of text calendar can be passed a local name in the constructor and will return month, week and weekday names in the specified locale. Class calendar dot local HTML calendar first weekday is equal to 0, local is equal to none. The subclass of HTML calendar can be passed a local name in the constructor and will return month and weekday names in the specified local. Note: the constructor format weekday and format month name methods of these two classes temporarily change the lc underscore time locale to the given locale. Because the current locale is a process wide setting, they are not thread set. For simple text calendars, this module provides the following functions. Calendar.set first weekday. Set the weekday. 0 is Monday, 6 is Sunday to start each week. The values Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday are provided for convenience. For example, to set the first weekday to Sunday, import calendar.set first weekday calendar.sunday. Calendar.first weekday. Return the current setting for the weekday to start each week. Calendar.is leap year. Return true if year is a leap year, otherwise false. Calendar.leap days y1 y2 returns the number of leap years in the range from y1 to y2 exclusive, where y1 and y2 are years. This function works for ranges spanning a century range. Calendar.weekday year month day return the day of the week. 0 is Monday for year 1970, month 1 to 12, day 1 to 31. Calendar.week header and return a header containing abbreviated weekday names and specifies the width in characters for one weekday. Calendar.month range year month returns weekday of the first day of the month and number of days in month for the specified year and month. Calendar.month calendar year month returns a matrix representing a month's calendar. Each row represents a week. Days outside of the month are represented by zeros. Each week begins with Monday unless set by set first weekday. Calendar.pr month the year, the month, w is equal to 0, l is equal to prints a month's calendar as written by month. Calendar.month the year, the month, w is equal to 0, l is equal to returns a month's calendar in a multi-line string using the format month of the text calendar class. Calendar.prcal year, w is equal to 0, l is equal to 0, c is equal to 6, m is equal to prints the calendar for an entire year as written by calendar. Calendar.calendar year, w is equal to 2, l is equal to 1, c is equal to 6, m is equal to 3. Return a 3-column calendar for an entire year as multi-line string using the format year of the text calendar. Calendar.timegm tuple An unrelated but handy function that takes a time tuple such as returned by gm time function in the time module and returns the corresponding Unix timestamp value assuming an epoch of 1970 and the POSIX encoding. In fact, time.gm time and time.gm are each other's inverse. The calendar module exports the following data attributes: calendar.day name, an array that represents the days of the week in current locale; calendar.day abbreviate, an array that represents the abbreviated days of the weekday in the current locale; calendar.monday, calendar.tuesday, calendar.wednesday, calendar.thursday, calendar.friday, calendar.saturday, calendar.sunday. Aliases for the days of the week, where Monday is 0 and Sunday is 6. Class calendar.day. Enumeration definition defining days of the week as integer constant. The members of this enumeration are exported to the module scope as Monday through Sunday. Calendar.month name. An array that represents the months of the year in the current locale. This follows normal convention of January being month number 1, so it has a length of 13 and month name 0 is the empty string. Calendar.month underscore ABBR, an array that represents the abbreviated months of the year in the current locale. This follows normal convention of January being month number 1, so it has a length of 13 and month abbreviation 0 is the empty string. Aliases for the month of the year where January is 1 and December is 12. Class calendar.month. Enumeration defining months of the year as integer constants. The members of this enumeration are exported to the module scope as January through December. The calendar module defines the following exceptions. Exception: calendar.illegal month error. Month, a subclass of value error raised when a given month number is outside of the range 1 to 12 including month, the invalid month. Exception: calendar.illegal weekday error. Weekday, a subclass of value error raised when the given weekday number is outside of the range 0 to 6 inclusive. Weekday, the invalid weekday number. See also module date time, object oriented interface to dates and times with similar functionalities to the time module. Module time, low level time related functions. Command line usage. The calendar module can be executed as a script from the command line to interactively print a calendar. Python this. Let's do the command line interface. In my case, I'm Python 3 minus h. No match is found minus. Okay, this is the documentation part. For an example, to print the calendar of the year, Python n. Python 3 minus m calendar 2024. So this is 2024 calendar, January. This the following options are accepted. -1 help -s, so the help message and exit. Locale -l locale, the locale to use for month and weekday names defaults to English. Encoding -e encoding, the encoding to use for output. Encoding is required if locale is set. Type text HTML -t text HTML, print the calendar to the terminal as text or as an HTML document. Year, the year to print the calendar for. Month must be a number between 1 and 9999, defaults to the current year. Month, the month of the specified year to print the calendar for. must be a number between 1 and 12 and may only be used in text mode. Defaults to printing a calendar for the full year. Text mode options: width width, the width of the date column in terminal columns. The date is printed centered in the column. Any value lower than 2 is ignored. Defaults to 2. Lines. The number of lines for each week in terminal rows. The date is printed top aligned. Any value lower than 1 is ignored. Defaults to 1. Spacing. Hyphen as spacing. The space between months in columns. Any value lower than 2 is ignored. Defaults to 6. Months, the number of months printed per row. Defaults to 3. HTML mode options: css, the path of a css style to use for the calendar. This must either be relative to the generated HTML or an absolute HTTP or file // URL. Thank you.